A very beautiful evening to everybody watching us across the continent. It's quite a while on this sports arena. Apology for not being on here for like 2 or 3 days due to technical issues. Uh, it's another interesting episode on Sports Arena as we give you on bricks to your fingertips the features, scoreline, the outcome, the review about the UEFA Champions League that's ongoing right now across the Europe. I remain my humble self, your regular host, Isaac Habayomi Hajiwe, saying very good day to everyone. And like you know, I'm not the only one inside the studio here. I have my colleague, my partner, a friend, Mr. Stanley.
Yes,
It's quite a while.
it's good to be here.
How is everything?
We thank God for His mercies.
You are looking good.
It's the Lord's doing.
Yeah, kindly greet everybody
Hello,
watching us.
viewers out there. It's good to be back on air again to give you what's happening in the world of sports, especially the Champions League.
Yes, to give you the updates, the highlights, the analysis. And I believe, trust me, we are going to dwell on all what have transpired yesterday and what's going to happen tonight across the Europe concerning the UEFA Champions League. Yet, if you could agree with me, a series of wonders happened in San
Yesterday.
Siro.
Yeah,
Even not only in San Siro, across the Europe yesterday.
yeah. Let's start from the first match of the day. Bayern Munich, Victoria Pilsen.
That match was
5-0.
so unbelievable.
Leroy Sani and Mane. The third goal by Sadio Mane
Yeah.
was no assist because, like I said, the moment I saw the ball control in between two players and he now move it in between three defenders and moved in, and the next thing was Liverpool made a wrong mistake in allowing Mane to go.
Honestly, it's looking at the analysis of what transpired at Bayern Munich outcome of the football yesterday. It's so superb to an extent. What came to your mind? It's also ring my mind that why should Liverpool sell Sadio Mane at this point in time?
Liverpool didn't really mean selling Mane. The issue was Mane happens to be one of the lowest paid player in Liverpool, and all they needed to do was just to top up his salary, and they refused. And Bayern Munich was ready to give him 200,000 per week, and everybody on this earth came to make money.
But believe you me, do you agree with me that that has very serious issues around the Liverpool Football Club, looking at the style of play and the strength
Liverpool played
nowadays,
yesterday.
even at
They were
the English Premier League side.
They played yesterday against Glasgow Rangers, and the end of the match was 2-0. They struggled to get the two. The first goal was scored by Alexandra Arnold
In 7 minutes.
in 7 minutes, and after then they struggled till the 50-something minute before Monsa added the second one, and they could not.
And that is not the regular Liverpool we know
used to know
of the Liverpool of 3 years ago, when Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane's combination at that front.
Playing their match over the weekend was something we didn't see much about Liverpool, because Brighton started the match with a 2-0 lead before Liverpool equalized. The match ended 3-3 at Anfield. You barely get to Anfield and you don't get your basket, depending on the team you parade.
Yes.
But we saw what happened over the weekend, and we saw the Liverpool of yesterday against Glasgow Rangers. 2 years ago, last year, Liverpool against Glasgow Rangers, we'll be talking about 3-4 goals.
Yes, of course. I agree
yesterday,
with you.
they were just managing to get 2 goals.
Liverpool on the struggle as they proceed. Fortunate enough, they were able to at least to gain that 3 points ahead of their counterpart yesterday. which is a Glasgow Rangers
Rangers.
of
But
Scotland.
as it is in that very group, we
Yes.
have Liverpool, Rangers, Ajax, and Napoli. And we saw what Napoli did to Ajax at Amsterdam. 6-1.
6-1. Ha, that's
That was
so.
a basket of goals. The
In
last
fact, I
goal,
couldn't even know the kind of
the last
adjective to
goal,
quantify that matches.
the last goal for Napoli was scored by Giovanni Simoni, the son of Diego Simoni, the
That's
coach of
the Atletico
Atletico
Madrid.
Madrid.
No, that player
Giovanni
is doing
Simoni
well.
was a player of Atletico Madrid. He was loaned to a club in Italy before Napoli finally bought him off.
Wow, and
He didn't want to play
that's
under his father.
interesting. That's
And
interesting.
ATM, Atletico Madrid, were beaten yesterday 2-0.
Wow, wow.
And it shows that Diego Simoni is losing touch with Atletico Madrid. He has been there for a while, for more than 6-7 years now. I think it's high time for him to move on.
And moving ahead to another group
Club.
in the
Let's see.
yes, to move another to another club, because a lot of series of
as it
things
is
have
now,
been happening to him
as it
at
is now
Atletico Madrid.
in
And
Liverpool group,
mm,
Napoli is topping the group,
yes,
followed by Liverpool.
yes.
Then Rangers is the bottom of the table.
But believe you me, do you agree
Then
with
the other team where Atletico Madrid is not performing too.
yes, they are
So
just
the
crying.
possibility of not qualifying from that group is there, except something happened during their fourth and fifth match. But as it is, after 3 matches, you couldn't get a point that will sustain you, that will guarantee you a place in the second round. That means there's nothing for you.
As we speak now, is there any tendency that Atletico Madrid will also qualify
Yes,
at the
it
group
depends.
stage?
It depends on what they played in their remaining 3 matches. They've played 3, remaining 3.
Wow, they've played 3, remaining 3. Moving ahead, Porto also defeated
Bayer
Bayer
Leverkusen
Leverkusen all the way
2-0.
from Germany. Yes,
Yeah,
yesterday.
we
In
see
fact,
Porto
that is
play
also an amazing side from her own Seidu giving an
Sanusi.
impact.
Yeah, Seidu
So at least
played and had his first Champions League goal against Bayer
Bayer
Leverkusen,
Leverkusen. Yes.
and the match ended FC Porto 2, Bayer Leverkusen 0.
And another one, very interesting. I believe
Inter
this is what
Milan.
everybody has been looking up to. Inter Milan Barcelona at San
Inter,
Siro yesterday.
Inter Milan Barcelona at San Siro yesterday was a tough match. We saw how the VRA
Yes.
denied Barca of a 1-1 chance, and we saw how the whole team boiled down on Xavi, the coach, and how he ended up getting a yellow card.
Despite the fact that Xavi was clamoring for all fans of Barcelona to follow them down to San Siro, so
Like
as
I
to boost
told
the
you,
players' morale.
I told you when we were talking about what Xavi was talking about, what Xavi really meant by saying that all the fans should. Like I keep saying, if you are playing at your home, you have 95.5%.
Yes.
You have your advantage. Home ground is your stadium. You played there. You knows everywhere. You knows all nooks and cranny of your stadium.
Exactly.
2, you have the home support, the crowd, everything is there at your beck. So not playing to win at your own ground means that you can't win outside.
But following the trend of the statement made by Xavi, pledging and pleading for returning of Lionel Messi all the way from PSG in France, how could this work? Looking at the looking at what has transpired between the club and Spain itself,
Xavi
before
should
the
not bother himself with Lionel Messi returns to Barcelona.
why?
They should be
How?
looking for Lionel Messi is not a young boy. Lionel Messi is about 30-something years plus. How many people still play after 35 years? It's just very few that are lucky. And we had some few, like in Cameroon, that we had some. Cameroon went to a World Cup with a set of the oldest team, where virtually everybody was 40, 42 years old. The goalkeeper was 42. The Roger Miller was 42. One other person, like about 4 or 5 players, were 40 something plus.
From my own perspective,
these days, we've seen that the younger generation, they have the stamina. Take for instance, let's use Ajax as a case study. Forget the fact that they were whitewashed yesterday by Napoli. They met somebody, a team that is stronger than them. But looking at the antecedent of Ajax Amsterdam is a team that is made up of youthful players.
yes.
And if you have seen in the past 3-4 years, look at the chunks of players Ajax have sold out of the team. If those players that are making impact, even the one in Man U, and the other ones that scattered themselves about,
exactly.
If they were still in Ajax, you will see the formation Ajax will have been. Ajax was a team that had that youthful.
But for Xavi, clamoring for return of Lionel Messi to Barcelona, don't you think there are some potentials that they have seen in Lionel Messi?
There are potentials that you have seen, but what I'm saying is,
age-wise,
it's
not encouraging.
Is not getting
age-wise, it's not encouraging.
Like I said, age is not on his side. It's likely after this World Cup, Lionel Messi will resign from football.
After this World Cup,
it's likely. I don't say he's
not yet.
I don't say no. They should.
That also draws my attention to Higuain. I just retired from MLS.
Yeah.
And retired finally.
Higuain have played in Europe, from Napoli to Juventus. He didn't see his period well in Juventus.
And he came back to Chelsea.
He came to Chelsea. He didn't even see his period in Chelsea, and he has to be booted out of Chelsea. He ended up in MLS, in US. But like I said, age is not longer on his side. So you have seen the impact.
He announced retirement at 35.
Like the other last 2 weeks ago, when this guy retired from tennis, the statement he made, he said he knows how his body used to be.
Roger Federer.
But as at now, what he's feeling in the system is not what he used to feel. And it shows that he's not getting younger again. The reflexes is no longer there. So he bowed out. I expected Lionel Messi to do the same, not Xavi looking for how to bring him back to Barca. He should look for how to bring out a younger player that will come and replace and do what Lionel Messi used to do.
But looking at that Barcelona group now, do you think Barca will also qualify in that group?
Well, I don't want to be a prophet of doom. They played 3 matches. They have 3 points. Remaining 3 matches. So it's left for them. If they are serious about qualifying to the next group, it's left for them. But the remaining 3 matches they have, let's put it this way, they are playing Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. I don't see them beating Bayern Munich, even in Nou Camp.
I didn't see them beating Bayern Munich in Camp Nou. Yes, that let's away from that.
Inter.
Yes.
Camp Nou, they might beat Inter.
Well, Barcelona, I think there's a lot of need to put in place.
They defeated
Champions League final.
Victoria Pilsen on their first match. Going back to Czech Republic for the second match depends on what Xavi, the coach, will line up.
Unlike yesterday, Frankfurt and Tottenham head in deadlock, having
the only match that ended in a goalless draw.
Yesterday.
No goal was scored in that match. It was a tough match for Tottenham.
And moving ahead today,
their second match, have 3 points.
Yes.
And they are moving to the next stage depends on what they play in their remaining 3 matches.
But today, Chelsea, AC Milan. Chelsea, AC Milan. A lot of people have been
AC Milan
clamoring,
is
a
topping
lot
the
of
group,
propaganda due to Chelsea performance recently.
followed by Salzburg,
In fact,
followed by
people were
Dynamo
saying,
Zagreb, and Chelsea is at the bottom of the table with
yes,
one
in
point.
fact, that was a point raised this morning at the paper stand. People were saying, well, Stamford Bridge is going to fall tonight against AC Milan. Based on the fact that we didn't have that potential and the tactical. Chelsea is tiki-taka. And looking at the statistics and the present performance of AC Milan, of what they've played, like 3, 4, 5 matches now,
We've checked
they'll
the
be very
possible.
fantastic in the
We've
Serie
seen the
A.
possible lineup and what the Chelsea team's lineup likely going to look like.
The outcome of the game, what was the scoreline? Let's
This
start from
guy,
there.
the goalkeeper, will not be there. Mendy will not be in the goalpost. This other guy, what's his name? Kepas, is going to mount the goal.
That's Arrizabalaga.
Yeah. Then in AC Milan, we have 2 players that were formerly of Chelsea. Fikayo Tomori
That's
and
the defender.
defender, and
Oliver
Oliver
Giroud.
Giroud.
That's his front
So
line.
it's like my former team against me. They felt I wasn't good again. That's why they let me go. So I have to prove today that I am still what I used to be with them.
Just like what happened in the just recent concluded APL between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. At the 9 minute, what was it called? Google Kukula.
I didn't watch their.
That game was so superb. At the end of 89 minutes, that goal just came suddenly. That gives Chelsea an advantage to
because
hit 3 points.
It's likely.
And today at Stamford Bridge,
Kante might not start.
But looking at the headlines of Sporting Lives today and Complete Sport, N'Golo Kante is quite fit.
But
nobody knows yet, but probably is going to start. And Mendy is fit.
We've seen the possible lineup that the coach of Chelsea brought out. And at the last man standing was Kepas, not Mendy. But let's see. Like I said, it was probably
by 8 o'clock Nigerian time today, we'll see what's going to happen at Stamford Bridge. By the time
the match will start, we'll see what will really happen. Who will be out and who will be in.
But strongly, to me, in my own opinion,
that's Chelsea
yes,
is in Group E.
Group E.
Groups F.
And Milan was the one topping that league.
Milan is topping Group E.
Group E, yes. Milan, but Chelsea Milan today. As we speak right away now, Salzburg and Dynamo Zagreb are crashing each other.
Yes.
But we've not known the outcome yet.
No.
Wow. Chelsea, Milan tonight by 8 o'clock Nigerian time. Let's see how it goes. However, moving ahead, Madrid is also playing tonight. The almighty Madrid. We all see what transpired. Madrid Osasuna over the weekend.
Madrid Shakhtar Donetsk
is playing tonight.
Madrid and Shakhtar Donetsk, this is not the first time they are meeting. At least for the past 3 seasons, this should be the second time or the third time they are meeting.
And what has always been the outcome of that match?
The outcome has always been goals galore.
Goals galore in favor of who?
Today, I can't stick my neck on anybody because football is dynamic.
Football is dynamic. Yes. Anytime.
Like I keep saying, I do say, it's only in fields that they will say, the higher you go, cooler it becomes. In football, the higher you go, the tougher it becomes.
But looking at Vicious Junior, what he played nowadays, that guy is so superb. Especially that area they are using him.
Vicious Junior
from
is
7.
A young boy that knows how to cut him from the wing. I'm not sure if Karim Benzema will start today's match. But if Karim Benzema should start today's match, Vicious will be fantastic because it's like they understand. The Madrid team now looks like a family that have been together
for a couple of
years.
years. Couple with Rodrigo.
So
in fact, that Rodrigo also, that guy is also superb. In fact, the recent picking of his form now.
The Croatia guy,
yes,
Madrid, Luka Madrid, is a playmaker any day, anytime.
Within
Let's
the
forget
midfield.
the fact that H2 is no longer on
his own side. Yes,
but he's still there as the midfield commander.
Wow. Midfield commander, Lucas Modric. And today, almighty Man City facing Copenhagen, 8 o'clock Nigerian time. That was Group A. Man City,
Copenhagen.
In fact,
Denmark.
Give it to me confidently.
Today's match is going to be a goal galore.
Wow. Honestly, it will even be a tug of war.
Erin Atlan.
That guy.
11.
What he has done over the couple of weeks, it's unusual. For a single player migrating from one league to another, having 3 hat-trick of the same and consistent weeks.
Look at it. Let's take it from this angle. Like he said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave him his first contract as a professional footballer.
Okay.
In FC mode.
Then
the moment Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was contacted to become Man U's coach, he left mode. And he said Ole advised him to leave also. Ole moved to Man U. He moved to Salzburg. And it was there Man U was trying to get him from there.
Based on his experience and performance.
Then his agent, Raiola, was the stumbling block. And he now moved from Salzburg to Madrid, to Borussia Dortmund. Looking at it from Salzburg, look at the number of goals he scored. Then to Dortmund, look at the number of goals.
Honestly, performed excellently in Borussia Dortmund.
Already today, everybody have surrendered.
All eyes on him.
That is the one that will win this year's Golden Boot in EPL.
Definitely.
And the Champions League is coming on today. Manchester, the noisy neighbor, against
and that also draws my attention to what transpired between the Manchester City and Manchester United. The derby rival over the weekend.
The local derby between the noisy neighbor and the Red Devil was not palatable because
that game ended 6-3. But at the first time of that game, what's your team? What's your motive? What do you think? Between Man City and Manchester United.
You see, like I told people, Guardiola have won everything he can with Man City. But the main trophy he was contacted for is yet to be.
Which is the UEFA
Champions League. He has taken them to the semi-final. He has taken them to the final, which they lost to Chelsea 1-0. But this time around, Guardiola wants to make a statement that he is in contention. With the lineup he has, Foden, Atlan, I now see the reason why Gabriel Jesus
left to
Arsenal. And I now see why Raheem Sterling moved to Chelsea.
Based on the contenders.
These two guys are something.
There would be enough even time of play for those two players we just mentioned. If they still insist of retaining in that club.
How their matches when Chelsea and Man City will meet. I wonder what will happen.
Wow. Guardiola is a contender with any club side, having the hope of retaining this UEFA Champions League with Manchester City. Wow, moving ahead. As we speak today, we'll have a series of UEFA Champions League fixtures that will be trashed.
Benfica
PSG, yes.
In Lisbon.
In Lisbon, Sporting Lisbon, yes. And aside that
match, I see Benfica scoring.
Juve Maccabi Haifa also. Sevilla Borussia Dortmund
PSG scoring too. now depends on who need it most. That groups have Juventus too.
Wow.
Juventus lost their last match to Benfica at
9
Turin.
minutes.
Then Maccabi
Halfway.
Haifa are the whipping boys of the group.
Mm.
Today, Juventus wants to make a statement that they are not yet written off.
Wow, let's prepare everybody to go and watch this match as we speak right now. Dynamo Zagreb and Salzburg are trashing each other. Nobody knows what's going to end that game. Yes, I sincerely appreciate you for coming to this program.
Yeah, yeah.
And we hope,
Quickly, before we
yes,
end, let's not discuss just the Champions League. Let's just tip in some few things that happened in Nigeria.
okay,
Over the weekend, the NFF election was conducted
in Edo
and
State.
in Edo State,
Yes,
and Alhaji Ibrahim Guso was declared the winner. We've not really got the package of how, who, and who are the first vice chairman, first vice president, or whatsoever. But the fallout of the election is
in favor of,
the sport ministry, the federal government is not happy with the secretary of the FA. That the allegation is the one that reported to FIFA that government is trying to mingle into the affairs of the NFL nation. And we all know that within the week, some people, aggrieved member who wanted to contest, went to court to stop the
yes,
election.
yes, I'm
And
aware.
later, an interrogatory injunction was placed. And on Thursday, the FIFA delegate arrived in Nigeria. And as at it is now, the federal government is not happy with the FA Secretary General. And like they put it, no letter written from the FA to the government will be honored if it's signed by the secretary.
Wow.
That even the subsequent letter they have that is signed by the secretary will not be attended to. And the statement said a mere secretary, which shows the annoyance of the
Annoyance,
government
yes, yes,
in
yes.
this affair. And within the week, the Ogun State government made Tobiloba Amosun the sport ambassador for Ogun State. She was given a cash of 5 million naira and a house. Also within the week, Toby Amosun was signed by a telecom giant as their ambassador. That's what we normally say. Success has so many father and mother, but failure is an orphan. Now, Tobiloba is a star because she was successful. Despite the fact that we know that Arabian, she looked at how the country sport ministry treats its athletes, she won't be where she is. But zeal and determination took her to where she is. And today we say congratulations to Tobiloba Amosun, our own world champion 100-meter hurdles. It is on this note we say bye bye.
That's to
I hand
tell you
over
that,
back to Abalo.
to also buttress your point, whatever you are doing today, don't always relent.
Do
Always
your
have that.
best,
Always have it at the back
and
of your
God will
mind
crown your
that
efforts.
God will always crown your effort. And on this note, we say it's a very big thank you to everybody watching us across the continent. Till we meet next time, we are saying bye for now.